If your Higgsfield videos keep coming out with wrapped faces, jumpy cameras, or motion that just doesn't listen to you, it's not the model, it's your prompt. Most people write one long paragraph and throw it at a Higgsfield, hoping it figures out the camera, the character, and the moment all at once. It can't, and that's why the output looks uncontrolled. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you the exact three-part prompt structure that fixes this. The same structure that separates people who get cinematic repeatable results from the people who keep hitting regenerate and hoping. By the end of this video, you will be able to build full ready, ad ready clip from scratch and you'll walk away with the cheat sheet. I'll drop that in the pinned comment. Let's get into it. Here's the core problem. When you mix camera instructions, character identity, and motion instructions into one block, the model has to guess which word applies to what. Does slow describe the camera, the character walk, the lightning shift? It doesn't know. So it averages everything and you get that soft drifting almost right look. The fix that consistently work: treat every scene as three separate jobs. Job 1, the scene architecture. That's your framing, your aspect ratio, your environment. Job 2, the identity. Who is the character? Are they consistent from clip to clip? Job 3, the motion. What is the camera doing? What is subject doing? Describe a choreography, not vibes. When these three live in separate, clear instructions, your first frame holds and everything after it holds too. Because here's the thing, nobody tells beginners. Your first frame controls everything that follows. If that keyframe drifts, no amount of clever motion prompting saves the clip. Let's start with the scene architecture. This is where most people rush and it costs them later. First, pick your aspect ratio before you write a single word of prompt. 9:16 for Reels, Shorts, TikTok, 4:5 if this is going to live on an Instagram feed post. This isn't cosmetic, it changes how the model compresses the frame. Second, name your subject and your environment in one clean sentence. Note a person in a place, be specific. A woman in a tall red blazer standing in a rain-lit alley at night. Third, lighting and mood. Add their own short phrase: neon reflections, moody, high contrast. Here's what looks like as an actual scene architecture line. 9:16 ratio, vertical, woman in tall red blazer, rain lit alley at night, neon reflection, moody, high contrast, lightning. Notice what's not in there. No camera movement yet, no mention of what she is doing. That's on purpose. This line's only job is to lock the word your character lives in. Part 2 is identity, and this is the part that makes you break everything longer than one clip. Every new generation on these tools starts cold. If you're building multi-clip video, which you will be, since most models cap out around 6 to 10 seconds per generation, your character can drift between clips. Different face, different outfits, same person. The fix is the character consistency feature. Upload one clean reference image of your subject before you prompt anything. That image becomes your anchor. Every clip after reference, the same face, the same styling, instead of Higgsfield reinterpreting woman in blazer from scratch each time and giving you a slightly different woman. If you don't have a reference image yet, image to video is generally the safer starting point for beginners over pure text to video because the model has a visual anchor to build from instead of interpreting everything from text alone. Text only is the more flexible, but it's only where most of the drift happens. One more thing on identity. Keep it in its own line, separate from the motion prompt. Something like character, same woman as reference image, consistent blazer and hairstyle. That's it. Don't describe what she is doing here. That's the next job. Part 3, motion. And this is where I want you to change how you think about prompting entirely. Motion is not a style word, it's choreography, cinematic and dynamic. Tell the model almost nothing useful. What actually works in naming one dominant camera move with the timing cue. Some that consistently produce clean results. Slow dolly in, camera goes forward as a steady creep, background softens as depth of field narrows. Orbit, camera circles that subject at a fixed radius, subject stays centered. Crash zoom, fast push in on a single beat, used for emphasize, not throughout the whole clip. Here's the mistakes almost everyone makes. Cramming 3 camera moves into one 6-second clip. Pick one. Higgsfield is built around motion presets, so being explicit about a single camera behavior matters more here than in most image tools. If you want second move, that's your next clip, not a run one sentence. Put together your full prompt for one clip. Now look like 3 clean lines instead of one tangled paragraph. Scene 9:16 ratio, vertical, woman in tall red blazer, rain lit alley at night, neon reflection, moody, high contrast lighting. Identity, same woman as reference image, consistent blazer and hairstyle. Motion, slow dolly in, Camera glides forward at steady creep, shallow depth of field, background softened. That's directed shot, not a guess. Quick note on which model to pick inside Higgsfield since it gives you access to several under one plan. VO 3.1 generates video and audio together in the same pass. So dialogues, ambient sound, everything is baked in form generation instead of added after. If your clip needs someone speaking or natural ambient sound, that's your default. Kling, One and Hailuo are solid for silent B-roll and product shots where you are adding your own voiceover or music anyway, which if you've been following my videos is most we have built here. Don't pick a model because it had the flashiest demo online. Pick it based on what the specific shot needs, dialogues or silence. Let's build one start to finish using everything we just covered: aspect ratio, reference image upload, scene line, identity line, motion line, generate. That's the directed shot built in under 2 minutes because the prompt did the thinking before the render did. 3 jobs, 3 lines: scenes architecture, identity, motion as choreography. Get those separated and your Higgsfield output stop looking like a guess and start looking directed. I have put the full prompt cheat sheet plus the exact 3-line templates from this video in the pinned comment below. Grab that before you open Higgsfield again. If this helped, subscribe. I'm breaking down one AI tool like this every week or every day maybe, and I see you in the next one.